So I found these two bits of styrofoam in the packing material for something we bought recently, and I thought they sort of looked like the makings of a futuristic building. So I have decided just to wing it and see what I can slap together. I've trimmed off some of the rough bits. I've cut a few pieces of styrofoam that I'm going to work in, and I don't really know what I'm going to do. So it might work out okay. It might be a big fail. We'll see. Okay, so I took my foam cutter and I cut notches in each of my pieces so that I can fit it all together. And so here we'll have a front gate, that'll be the back wall. And I saved my extra bits. I might want to create some steps or something out of them, but I'm going to hot glue everything together, maybe reinforce it with some toothpicks. And then I need to come up with some ways to make sure it's sturdy and to make sure it's completely playable. So some steps or ladders or something so that miniatures can go all over the piece. All right, so here's where we stand. I glued a piece of cardboard under there for part for stability and also to make it a little more square. I still didn't get it quite perfect, but it was bowing in the front too much, so that's going to hold it in place. I cut a notch out of there, still need to smooth that out, and used what I cut out to be a step up. And then I added blocks over here and over here to serve as sort of steps up to the top. At this point, I'm having second thoughts. I had thought sci-fi with this because I thought the curves and things looked futuristic, but I'm also thinking that maybe it could be made into some kind of dark wizard's castle. And so I need to make that decision before I go any further because the things I add to it, the different trappings, to give it either the fantasy or sci-fi feel are going to be important. So once I make that decision, I'm going to primer it up with black acrylic and then probably go gray over the top of that, and then we'll see. And here is the finished product. I took plastic knitting mesh and cut it up, hot glued it on in different places to make, little fencing areas. I painted the entire thing black, and then most of it got dry brushed with a couple shades of gray, one darker, one lighter, and the stuff that's supposed to look like fence was dry brushed with bolt gun metal. And then the cardboard that was holding it all together, just painted over that and glued on some flocking. So it was actually a super simple project, and I think it turned out to be a nice looking piece.